Nice. Now we just need some Mod Podge. Hello, it's AnniLoo, and I know you don't have to tell me 300 subscribers is not a lot by YouTube standards. Here's my perspective. I'd like to imagine inviting each and every one of you to hang out, and then I realized that you probably wouldn't fit in my house, and I definitely could not afford to feed all of you. We're out of pizza bites.
This party is lame.
Yeah, I know. So I guess the point I wanted to make is that I consider 300 subscribers a milestone. Therefore, I just want to thank everyone. I wish I could share this cake. I'm super excited about sharing this project. I have wanted to recreate the Soda Jungle level for quite some time now, and I remember that viewers from the Haywoods channel had been suggesting that we include the Soda Jungle in our Super Mario house as well. I could tell that it was probably going to be more challenging than the other levels, but still a lot of fun, and I was right, it was a lot of fun to make. Just like my previous videos that I have done so far, I am just going to narrate this footage, so it's not a step-by-step tutorial, more like, here's how AnniLoo made this. And there might be some parts where I'll reveal my regrets and how I wish I did certain things differently. But for the most part, I am, and my kids are, happy with the outcome of this level. Like you see in the video, I started with painting the background. The trees from the Soda Jungle level are so funny looking. My painting doesn't look 100% like the trees in the game. I did my best. The leaves are also star-shaped in the game, but I wanted to attach some plastic leaves that I found at the craft store to add some dimension. I guess you'll see what I mean by that later. I had the idea to cut a couple of the trees out to make it look like they're in the foreground. And yeah, I think that made a huge difference. Again, I wanted more dimension, and you'll see what I mean by that a little later when I attach it to the Mario house. And of course, I made sure to spray it with a finish to protect the painting before I moved on to the next step. Now, it's not the Soda Jungle without this. Whatever this is. I don't know. Someone please tell me in the comments what this is. Still, I had to make it, and my husband gave me this brilliant idea to use a rolling pin. It's perfect for this because it was cheap. I think I spent $3 or $4 on this, and it spins. So bear with me, I made this work. My daughter conveniently had these stencils that I could use for this, and I was able to make these perfect bullseye-shaped circles all over. It's driving me nuts not knowing what this thing is. I tried looking online and researched all about the Soda Jungle level, and there's no clear answer to what this thing is called. I'm probably just not looking in the right places. I don't know. Anyway, this little obstacle is done. I rigged something up to prop it up on this level using the rod still that came with the rolling pin. The next step is the hills. I chose to make the hills out of clay, so first I shaped them with cardboard and tin foil. But before I added the clay, I wanted to create the bridge that will be attached to two of these hills. I think this level wouldn't have looked right if it didn't have one of these bridges. And it was a pretty simple thing to make, just wooden dowels and wood glue and line them up, put them all together, and that was it. Oh, I added some Mod Podge. Once that was attached to the hills, I was able to move on to adding this clay. I got some pretty inexpensive stuff. I think it's made for kids, but it works. I think I had to wait for it to dry for about 24 hours before I painted it. I'm not sure I'm too happy with this color I mixed. It's not really the right brown I was going for. Still, I just went with it and didn't want to go to the store to look for the perfect color. And of course, when the paint dried, I coated these hills with Mod Podge. I know I only have 4 videos up so far, but I wonder if anyone could tally up how many times I obsessively used Mod Podge for my projects. I use it for everything. It took a long time to hot glue each and every one of those leaves onto those hills, but it was worth it. It's exactly how I wanted it to look. Now I needed to give the illusion that a vine is wrapped around this bridge, so this is what I wound up doing, and then I just added these little white flowers. And now the hills and the bridge are all complete. My next challenge was the poisoned waters, I guess, or the purple goop. I originally thought to get purple pom-poms, because I did something like that with lava on our Bowser level. And then I thought, no, that's not challenging enough for me. I want to do something different. I wanted to try moldable thermoplastic for the first time, knowing full well this is probably for smaller projects. It just looked like something that could work, and it kind of did. It just took a lot of effort to mix the right color with this much plastic, and you'll see later that I still didn't get the color that I wanted, but for now you can watch me figure this out. This stuff was pretty fun to work with, and I have a lot left over, and I'm already thinking of ideas or projects I could use this for. When I added it to the level, I had to work fairly quickly to mold it the way I wanted, because once it hardens, I kind of have it already in place, and it's not like I can take it off and start over. At this point, I kind of wish I used pom-poms. I wanted it to look a little more like the game, so I printed these images out and cut them out and attached it to the front, and I think that looks better. Yes, I used Mod Podge. Here's the footage of me making the Super Mario blocks. I've made these blocks so many times because every level needs them, and of course, this definitely requires Mod Podge as glue and sealant. I just printed out these block images and attached them to these 1-inch sized wood cubes. On my family's channel, I made a video with my daughter going more in depth about how we made these blocks. So in case you're curious, I'll just add the link to our description below or something. Once those were dry and ready, I just glued them all over the soda jungle. Here's my stash of randomness of plastic leaves and stuff. I'm just going to put this all over the level. I made sure to look for the most jungle-ish looking plant life. Before I got too far with attaching the leaves for the trees, I decided this would be a good time to add the lights. That way I could work around them when I go back to gluing the leaves on. Once I added all these leaves to the top, it was done. Wait, no, it's not. This stuff does not look right. I need something. I need Mod Podge. I can use all the Mod Podge I want. You can't stop me. Hope this works. Well, it's a little glossier. I should have done the pom-poms. And that's the Soda Jungle level. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And I look forward to making our next Super Mario House episode featuring this level. It should be a lot of fun. Take care out there, and I'll see you in the next video.